In all seriousness, even though it wasn't as important to me, it was pretty cool when not long after that, you got your first action figure and crossed it off our list.
But the fact we had different priorities is partly what made this work, because let's be honest, if we'd been competing for the same things, I'm not sure we could have been friends. You were just always so driven to be the best.
Maybe, but it's not like I was only focused on individual goals. Like, what about when we went to SmackDown Live and I ended up teaming with someone who was a great influence and mentor to me? I'm talking about Mickie James, of course! Stand up and take a bow, Mickie, you deserve it. You fought hard, but it just wasn't your night.
Let's face it, it hasn't been your night in a long time. Now, as general manager of SmackDown Live, it's my job to present a cutting-edge product, which means constantly introducing new talent to keep our brand fresh and exciting. But we can't add new talent without making subtractions. So I'm sorry, Mickie, but based on your recent performance, you can either announce your retirement or, unfortunately, I'll have to make that decision for you.
Wait, so you're basically forcing her out? She deserves better than that.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, this is bigger than one person. It's about protecting the brand.
There would be no brand without women like Mickie James.
You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I've been doing this a long time, and maybe I've lost a step. Maybe it's just time to hang it up.
No, you can't just accept this. There has to be another way.
Well, there is one other option, but it would just be delaying the inevitable. Mickie can continue competing on SmackDown Live, as long as she wins. But the very next match she loses is her last.
She'll do it.
I will?
All right. Good luck.
Look, I appreciate the support, but with my record as of late, I don't think I'll be sticking around too long.
Or maybe you will with me by your side.
What do you mean?
Big Show didn't say you had to win singles matches.
Are you sure you want to set aside your own goals to do this?
There's nothing I'd rather do than protect your legacy by sending you out on a winning streak. And one last title run. Win women's tag team championships with Mickie James.
Welcome everyone to the most iconic talk show ever, Iconic Talk, with your hosts,
The Iconics.
We just said iconic so many times.
You said it again. I think we just set a record.
Speaking of records, I want to remind everyone that we are now the longest running women's tag team champions ever from Australia.
They're also the only women's tag team champions from Australia.
Which brings us to my favorite segment of Iconic Talk.
It's time for Why Australia is Better.
This is a part of the show where we educate our audience on different aspects of Australian culture and explain
why Australia is better.
Okay, what do we have this week?
The great sport of cricket.
Which has nothing to do with filthy little insects.
No, it's actually a sport that is very popular in Australia.
Think of it like a way better version of your horrible, dull baseball.
To further educate you on this superior sport, let's go over the laws of cricket, shall we?
There are only 42 of them. Shouldn't take long.
Law 1. A cricket team consists of 11 players, including a captain.
That's a great law. One of my favourites. Now, Law 2.
Hey, what are these two doing out here? There were still 41 laws to go. I wanted to learn more about cricket. I think you were the only one.
Law 2. The Iconics should never be allowed to have a talk show, as it'll put everyone watching to sleep.
That's not an actual law.
Yeah, don't listen to her.
Why are you two even out here?
It's very rude to interrupt someone's talk show. I recommend you go back and watch the segment we did on manners.
We're here because we want a tag team championship match.
So you two are a team now? What are you calling yourselves?
Red and grey?
Because Mickie's so old. Get it?
Hilarious. She really is a fossil.
You've never even teamed before, so what makes you think you deserve a shot at our titles?
Maybe because 8 years ago in Calgary, I beat you in my very first match, and I've only gotten better since then. Way better.
Oh, okay. So you're saying since a long time ago, I felt bad for my pathetic opponent and basically took the night off because I was freezing, that a decade later, when that pathetic opponent rears her ugly head with an elderly partner, they deserve a tag title opportunity? Makes sense?
That was sarcasm. The answer is no.
If you think that we need to prove ourselves as a team, then we'll do it right now in a non-title match. If we win, we get a championship match. And if you win my career.
That whole career-ending stipulation is enticing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It would be nice to put her out to pasture.
We'll do it.
But only after we finish teaching everyone about cricket.
Law 3. Never interrupt the Iconics.
The Iconics viciously attack Red and Mickie with those cricket bats. And rightfully so, they violated Law 3.
Red and Mickie are going to be at a severe disadvantage going into this match with so much at stake.
If you're just joining us, this is a non-title match with the stipulation that if Red and Mickie can defeat the Iconics, they earn a shot at their tag team titles. However, if the Iconics win, Mickie James' career will be over.
And Red and Mickie are clearly not 100% after that brutal attack by the Iconics.
Look, no one wants to see a pioneer like Mickie James have her career come to an end, but it's going to happen sooner or later, and I have a feeling it'll be sooner, as in tonight, at the hands of the tag team champions.
Absolute dominance.
It's starting to come together in a big way, showing a lot of fury with her attacks.
Heavy duty right hand. Billy Kay's on the attack now.
Bam, what a slap. Ooh, what impact. Right to the throat. This is a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
Incredible drop.
Changes her fortune there. And a suplex. And she makes an escape. Probably looking to catch her breath, I would guess. Oof. Going up top. Look out. Here we go. Hurricane Rana. Unbelievable athleticism. Look at that agility. She's forced onto the defensive now. She's putting up quite a fight here, Cole, but despite that, now is probably a good time to look for the tag. She's looking a bit out of it here.
Born in Australia, Peyton Royce's path to WWE saw her travel many miles, including a stop in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where, like many before her, Peyton honed her craft before ultimately joining WWE.
Taking out the arm, great strategy.
Mickie James was able to get out of there.
Corey, Byron did allude to Peyton Royce's training in Canada.
Yeah, she's a product of your best friend, Lance Storm. That's one of the reasons why Peyton is so good in the ring. I'm just glad Storm's personality didn't rub off on her during training.
Man, spinning arm breaker.
Elbow drop.
Straight punch. Jarring. She's got the shoulders down. Not sure what made her think now was a good time for a pin attempt. Look at this.
Ooh, that might have just broken something.
Trampling the opposition.
What a great job by Peyton Royce to take advantage.
Peyton Royce with a well-timed shot. Gets the tag. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when Peyton Royce walks out wearing that iconic t-shirt, you can hear an audible groan from the crowd.
I haven't noticed, but I'm sure they're just jealous, Cole. The fact of the matter is, when you look and perform like Peyton Royce does, you should absolutely have a high opinion of yourself.
In off the tag. A rolling elbow. Looking for the quick pin. Billy Kay gets that shoulder up.
Clearly not enough damage done. Oh, saw it coming.
Running clothesline. In off the tag. She steers clear there.
Right on the neck.
Things taking a turn for her now.
I really like the resolve we've seen from her in this tag team match, guys. Though, I wouldn't be against the tag here. You know, just so she can gather herself a bit.
The better part of valor.
Peyton Royce was able to get out of the way there.
Setting up.
Effective arm drag.
Looking to make the tag here.
A tag at this point can change the whole complexion of this match, Michael.
Cut off before she can make the tag.
And her partner looks absolutely deflated right now.
Oh, nasty impact.
She's looking to end it early. 1, 2, 3. And we have our winners. Impressive showing there en route to the win.
Look out, women's locker room. This girl is for real.
Well, that was indeed a great match, and I think it's worth emphasizing how huge this victory is.
That was awesome! And considering our lack of experience together, I'd say we make a pretty good team.
I agree. I mean, you know what? I just want to say thank you for doing this. I could be sitting at home right now, but instead we have a chance to win the tag team championships. And even if my career does end, this is a heck of a way to go out.
Before you celebrate too much, we just found out your tag title match will be taking place on our home turf.
That's right, in our great country, in front of our fans at Super Showdown.
It doesn't matter. We'll beat you anywhere.
Oh, you should also know it's going to be an Australian rules tag match.
Which are the most iconic rules.
What does that even mean?
It means it'll be no disqualification, tornado tag.
Or Willy Willy tag, as we say down under.
Hey Mickie, you should pack an extra week of clothes. You know, so you can go on holiday in Australia after we end your career.
We'll call our grandparents and see if they know of any good senior resorts.
Welcome to another edition of Women Who Fight, where we have breaking news. The new team of Red and Mickie James will get a tag team championship opportunity at Super Showdown.
You neglected to mention it will be an Australian rules tag match in front of the Iconics' home crowd. I think all of that adds up to this being Mickie James's final match.
You know, as our resident WWE expert, I have to mention that Ric Flair faced a similar career-ending stipulation years ago, and he went on to win quite a few matches before Shawn Michaels eventually retired him at WrestleMania. I think this situation could motivate Mickie James to go on a similar winning streak.
Ric Flair and Mickie James are two completely different people in two completely different eras. Besides, Flair was competing in singles matches, not as part of a team, which means Mickie's career is not only in her own hands, but also Red's. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, if anyone can handle that kind of pressure, it's Red. She has been a champion everywhere she's gone, and her win-loss record is one of the best we've ever seen. Not to mention, Mickie James is a hero of hers. I mean, the last thing Red wants to do is let her down.
But that win-loss record you mentioned is from singles matches. Red's never been part of a team. Meanwhile, the Iconics have been teaming for years. They grew up together.
Okay, can we at least agree that it was a good thing that Red and Mickie interrupted the Iconics' rules of cricket?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of interested to learn more about it. Seems like a cool sport.
Seriously?
You know, maybe we should start talking about cricket on the show. Would probably get about as much time as MMA does.
Here we go again. All right, fine. I'll wrap this up by saying I firmly believe we'll see new tag team champions coming out of Super Showdown, and more importantly, Mickie James will go on to fight another day.
Sorry, can you repeat all that? I was reading about cricket.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The following contest is an Australian Rules Tag Team match and is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. From New York, Emily.
Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands.
They're on their feet for Mickie.
From Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
Seeing Mickie James make her way to the ring, it's amazing that over the course of her career, she's never lost that love of competition or her infectious, peppy attitude for even a second.
Mickie's still chasing titles and enjoying the adoration of the WWE Universe.
Like all the in-ring greats, she has that never say die spirit that just can't be held down.
Champ comes into his title defense incredibly confident, Corey.
And with good reason, Cole. When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you don't lose. That is the champion's advantage. go, gentlemen. The tag team titles are up for grabs. Final preparations between partners before the action begins.
You have to believe the Iconics have a major advantage here tonight at Super Showdown, competing in front of their home country fans in an Australian Rules Tag Team Championship match.
And don't forget, Red and Mickie have the added pressure of Mickie's career being on the line. If they lose, this chapter of Mickie's life is officially over.
That's all true, but we shouldn't ignore the fact that Red has added Win Women's Tag Team Championships with Mickie James to her list. And she has a very successful track record when it comes to achieving her goals.
And she's back in the ring now. That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Big boot! Oh, man, into the neck breaker. Oh.
Is it enough? The cover!
Yeah, this is way too early to be going for the win.
Now, trampling the opposition. Right to the kidneys from behind. Oof!
Mickie James was able to get out of there.
And now she gets her for a second time.
Third time's a charm, Cole. Remember that as this match goes on.
Look out! Look out!
Wow! Cross body! She's really relying on that object a lot now.
And I can't...
Red goes for the Irish whip, but gets sent into the corner instead.
And now here come the Iconics, pouring it on in front of their home crowd.
This does not look good for Red and Mickie, and by extension, Mickie's career.
What are the Iconics doing?
Oh, I think it's time for a game of cricket.
Red and Mickie have other plans.
This is a bit of revenge for what took place before their match on SmackDown Live.
And since Australian rules is no disqualification, it's perfectly legal.
Boom! That's twice now, Byron.
Yeah, she really knows how to handle that, huh? Look, Mickie James is on the attack now.
She's ready for something big.
It looks like Mickie James is setting a good pace now. She's taking command of the situation. Peyton Royce got her there.
The champion into the cover. She's got a long way to go before she should be thinking about a pinfall victory here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but cover for the championship. 1, 2, and kick out. This one's not over yet.
She's more durable than she looks, guys.
Harsh impact.
For the win to retain the championship.
And there's the save.
Point of the elbow, nailed it. Oh my God, what an elbow. The champ not in a great place. That's twice now, Byron.
Yeah, she really knows how to handle that, huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh, spiking DDT.
That's gotta be it. 2, 3. Not only has Red helped Mickie James ward off retirement, they're now the new women's tag team champions.
To win this match under the pressure they faced and do it in enemy territory under the Iconics rules is truly impressive.
Honestly, I think a lot of credit goes to Red and her list. Someone said it before the match. That list is a powerful motivational tool for Red.
Yeah, that someone was me, Corey.
Nah, it couldn't have been you. Probably was Cole.
And that's how Mickie James went from being a hero and mentor of mine to more than that. She was now my tag team partner and, more importantly, my friend.
Oh, that's nice. But aren't you skipping over a pretty important part?
How about we move on? Don't you want to talk about when you were on the cover of WWE 2K25?
I do. But hang on a second. Earlier, you put me on blast for having some trivial goals. So now it's my turn to call you out for a time when you let the list steer you down a questionable path. This is a night to remember our careers, good and bad.
Fine. If you want to talk about it so much, then you tell the story.
Okay. After they became tag team champions, it turned everything around for Mickie. She even ended up earning a SmackDown Live Women's Championship opportunity against Kairi Sane.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Multi-time champion Mickie James. A six-time champion. Well, she certainly has her work cut out for her. And Byron, tell me, what do you think of her chances here tonight?
Well, given how dominant the champs looked as of late, I have to say that I'm not wild about her chances here tonight. But hey, crazier things have happened.
Carrying the title in a treasure chest. You think Buddy Rogers or Bruno Sammartino would ever do something like that? Well, they didn't have a treasure chest, did they, Corey? Corey, do you think the champ is ready for what might just be the toughest challenge of her reign? She's definitely ready physically, Cole, but to be honest, I worry about her mental toughness. Representing the WWE as a champion is a heavy burden and can sometimes be overwhelming.
Introducing the challenger from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James. And introducing the champion from Yamaguchi, Japan, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Kairi Sane.
This is for the Women's Championship. Sold out here. Everyone's standing in anticipation to see who truly is the best superstar in the women's division. Ever since Mickie James teamed with Red and won the tag team title, she's been riding an unexpected wave of success to avoid retirement. Tonight, She has the opportunity to continue her winning streak and become SmackDown Live Women's Champion if she can defeat Kairi Sane.
I know I've said it before, but I think tonight is the night Mickie's luck expires, especially without her partner Red to bail her out of any tough situations.
Well, if tonight is truly the end of the line for Mickie, it has been one heck of a final run.
Oh, Sagiri finds the mark.
Driving knee.
Boom! Axe kick by Sane. Ooh-wee. Throw behind.
German suplex released.
Mickie James was able to get out of there.
Middle rope.
Sane looking for something big.
Michinoku driver. Forearm to the face.
Oh, nothing fancy about that.
We saw 30 women make history in 2018 as the first ever Women's Royal Rumble headlined an epic pay-per-view. Raw and SmackDown competitors joined legends and even a few NXT stars, including Kairi Sane.
Michael, Kairi Sane was actually the very first NXT star to appear in the Women's Royal Rumble. Granted, that's a byproduct of getting the unenviable number 6 spot, but she made history before fell
All the way from the top rope.
Champ taking the worst end of the exchange.
She can withstand the punishment, though.
Bringing it back into the ring for the championship. And Sane gets the shoulder up.
She's a warrior, guys.
Women's title up for grabs.
just getting all twisted up.
Battling to get the upper hand.
Whoa, impressive. You can say that again. I never thought she'd break free from that one.
Close quarters, knee strike. Such a dynamic maneuver from Sane.
Kairi Sane is so much fun to watch. Mickie James was able to get out of there. Nice drop kick.
Oh, foot just stomping down. And here we go now. Elbow drop.
Mickie James setting a frenetic pace. Really taking control here.
Climbing the ropes again. Look out.
Perched up top.
And look at the quickness by Sane.
Driving knee.
Followed by the axe kick.
To the arm. Terrible. Shoulders down now. Is it enough to retain the championship? You're not going to get her that easy.
That's all right, Cole.
She turns it around. Ends again. And here we go now. Elbow drop. The effects of this match are showing on the champ.
She's not rising to the occasion right now.
Right across the back of the neck.
Oh, the mid kick right on the money.
She's got her in her sights. Uh-oh.
Oh, spiking DDT.
Shoulders down to the count. 2, 3. The unbelievable streak continues. Mickie James is now one half of the tag team champions and your new SmackDown Live Women's
Women's Champion.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
Somehow, Mickie continues to defy the odds. It's like every time she's backed into a corner, she somehow finds a new way to escape. Congratulations, Mickie. You earned every bit of this.
I feel like you've been a little off lately. You're moody, quick to lash out, overly judgmental about my decisions.
It all sounds like typical me.
Maybe those weren't the best examples, but I've known you long enough to realize when something's bothering you.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of getting impatient. I mean, teaming with Mickie has been fun, but I never thought it would last this long, and I definitely didn't see her singles title run happening. Now I'm basically waiting for someone to beat her so I can go after the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I've been dying to cross that off.
Some might say you're a bit too focused on the list.
Who's some? Are you some?
Look, if you want my advice, I see two ways for you to get what you want. But the first option wouldn't be very honorable.
What do you mean?
If you and Mickie were to somehow lose your tag titles, then Mickie would be forced to retire and vacate her women's title, leaving you free to pursue it. Option number two, the more straight-up way of doing things, would be for you to tell Mickie exactly how you feel and challenge her to a match for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, potentially crossing that off the list. But if you beat her, you'd also lose the tag titles and worse, end the career of your idol/friend.
I don't really love either option.
This business forces you to make some tough decisions. But at least you're not choosing between competing in a tag title match or saving your mangled ear like Mick Foley once had to do.
No, but if losing my ear was option 3, I'd think I'd take it.
The alternative is just waiting around for something to happen, and who knows how long that could take.
You're right. I guess I should... Hey, Mickie. I need to talk to you about something. It's kind of personal, sorry.
We'll catch up later. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Yeah, well, not really. It's just lately... I'll just come out and say it. I want your title, and I know what that means for you and for us, but I don't think I can sit back any longer.
You know what? I was waiting for this moment.
You were?
Look, I know who you are, what you're made of, what got you here. You're driven to be the very best, and I knew that being tag team champions would only satisfy you for so long.
So you don't hate me?
No, I get it. I actually respect you for your honesty. I can think of a couple other ways this could have gone down.
But if I beat you, it's all over.
If it's going to come to an end, and it will, sooner rather than later, I want you to be the one that does it. Besides, none of this would have even happened if it wasn't for you. But with all that said, I've come too far to just roll over. If you face me for my title, you better be ready for a fight.
You know me. I wouldn't want it any other way.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the championship is on the line here tonight.
And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one.
Tell me, guys, does she have a legitimate chance to win this match and walk out of here as a champion?
Of course she does, Cole. I mean, it might be less than 1%, but yes, she has a chance of becoming champion here tonight.
You know, when you think headline, a pay-per-view, who do you think of? This woman right here, Mickie James!
think it's safe to say that Mickie James is one of the most distinguished superstars we've ever seen in women's competition.
I'd go beyond that to say in any competition. The pile of accolades she's collected stacked on top of her veteran experience makes her one of the most respected competitors in the ring today, period.
I second that, Cole. It's amazing to think back on everything that Mickie's accomplished, and here she is, still dealing out pain and keeping pace with the best of this generation.
Introducing the challenger from New York, Emily. And introducing the champion from Richmond, Virginia, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Mickie James.
This is for the Women's Championship. Sold out here. Everyone's standing in anticipation to see who truly is the best superstar in the women's division. Months ago, Red essentially resuscitated her idol Mickie James' career. Tonight, after issuing her an open and honest challenge, she may now cause it to come to a sudden conclusion.
If you ask me, Red's being extremely selfish. She's prioritizing the list and her individual goals ahead of her tag team championship and her supposed friend's career.
You may feel that way, but from all accounts, Mickie James was completely fine with how Red approached her regarding this match. She even said if she was going to lose her title and her career, she'd want it to be to Red.
Well, I, for one, will never
get to the ropes, forcing the break.
And Michael, I have to question the decision to go for a submission so close to the ropes.
And finds a counter. Big boot! Interesting, there's the backslide driver.
You know what they call that? Something no one would ever do to me.
I knew she could do it.
Mickie James seizing the moment that time.
Ooh, bullseye. What a hurricanrana.
Oh, straight forearm. Covered by the champ. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point.
Still seems a little early.
Oh, what a slap. Ah, look at this. The challenger eating up some damage.
Yeah, but too soon to be worried. Not what she was looking for. Targeting the back. Very effective.
Cutter.
She ducks out of the way there.
Defenseless in the corner now. She scores big with the counter. Whoa, it's another reversal. Right to the face. Hold on, guys. This isn't good. This one's about the Women's Championship, and nothing means more to these women than that title.
Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
The champ taking their share of hits now.
She still has a lot of time to recover, though.
Good night.
Narrowly avoiding trouble.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
Setting up a rolling elbow. This is a big risk. Look at this.
Body on body.
Wow. And she kicks out at 2.
Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there. Mickie James was able to get out of there.
Clothesline. It's champion's advantage. The title cannot change hands by countout or disqualification. You can lose the match and still keep the championship.
Oh, nasty impact.
For the championship! And frustration has to be mounting as she kicks out again. Not yet. Boom, what a kick.
Right across the knee.
On a painful stretch here. Some hard offense landing on the champ.
She needs to turn the tide here.
Once again, this match is about the women's title.
Moonsault into the DDT. Wow.
Ah, look at this. Spinning arm breaker. Oh, look at it. Scoop slam. Mickie James appears to be on her last legs.
I'm sorry.
Red hits the Mickie. Is this the end for Mickie James?
It's all over. Red is your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And as a result, Mickie James' historic career has come to an end.
Red ended Mickie's career with her own move. What a true friend.
I think it was actually a sign of respect to do it that way.
Yeah, it was almost like a tribute.
You know, it would have been a good tribute, continuing to defend the tag championship and not ending your idol's career.
You deserve this moment.
A nice gesture from our new champion, Red, giving Mickie James a chance to say goodbye to the WWE Universe.
And no matter how I feel about Red right now, I do want to say thank you to Mickie James. You will be missed.
Thank you, Mickie.